Can I help you, Aegis?
What is the significance of these objects steeped in memory?
Also diese Echos hier.
I have reread every word that I have on them. Pages that have remained unintelligible to this day. These echoes go back to the beginning of time. To that fateful day in ancient Greece when some dark magician took it into his head to bind a soul to an inanimate object. You see, Aegis, there is nothing more diabolical, nothing more unnatural than this sorcery. The soul is the very essence of the divine. It refuses to submit to such an abomination and resists, eventually breaking. The earliest necromancers whose works have survived through the centuries all describe the same phenomenon. When a soul is fragmented, 3 shards of memory are torn from its consciousness and take shelter in 3 objects that the victim held dear. It's as if these memories wish to remain bound to the mortal who had held them until then.
What is the significance? I found this notebook written.
Indeed. Oh, hold on. Bon sang. Aegis, what a find. This handwriting. I would recognize it anywhere. It's in Nicholas Flamel's own hand. Give me some time to study this, and I'll tell you what I'm able to glean from it.
Okay. Have you finished reading the notebook, mon père?
Yes, Aegis, and what I learned from it puzzles me. In this diary, Flamel tells of 3 journeys. 3 journeys into what he calls the in-between. A strange world filled with wandering souls. Tormented spirits that are unable to ascend to heaven.
This world... it's where Cagliostro's victims were trapped until I freed them.
En effet, I believe you're right. But that's not all. Flamel planned to return there a 4th time. He wrote this in the final paragraph, in his handwriting, dated 21st of March 1418. That was the day before he died, Aegis. What if his body died while his soul was traveling through limbo? What if he were trapped, a prisoner in this purgatory? Aegis, because of your unique nature, we have an incredible opportunity.
What do you mean, mon père?
If the soul that animates you has been bound to the automaton that serves as its vessel, then it can be separated from it too. And if this were the case, the soul would travel to purgatory, where Cagliostro entraps the souls of his victims.
Hold on. Are you trying to convince me to go and find Nicholas Flamel?
I'm offering you a chance to speak to the man who discovered the Philosopher's Stone. Surely you won't pass it up.
Assuming I agree to venture into purgatory, do I even have a chance of finding him there?
Certainly. According to this journal, the soul flies to the zenith of the place where it left the body of the deceased. Or that of the pilgrim, in this case. If Flamel's soul is trapped in purgatory, as we've guessed, you'll need to go to the house where he drew his dying breath.
Is it still standing?
Of course. It's on Rue de Montmorency, in the Quartier de l'Hôtel de Ville. You can get there via the cemetery of the Église Saint-Jacques.
And how do you plan to free my spirit from this automat?
We would simply need to break the bond between them. To do this, we would need to stop your machinery. For a short time, of course. We don't want to lose you, ma chère. As for the rest, it will be a question of mechanics, chemistry, or electric currents, or something or other. Therein lies the problem. This is far beyond my comprehension. But it is fascinating, isn't it? Perhaps Monsieur Bailly and Monsieur Lavoisier could shed some light on the matter.
Goodbye, ma...
Ein Wissenschaftlerbriefe.
Monsieur le Marquis.
I'm listening.
Goodbye.
Die Schatulle zeigen, genau.
Monsieur Bailly. I found this box. I believe it belongs to Vaucanson.
Athénaïs' secret box. I built it with my own hands.
I wasn't able to open it.
Naturellement.
Natürlich nicht.
Athénaïs and I are the only ones. Allow me.
Na, dann öffne das.
You must arrange the planets the way they were aligned on the day of Athénaïs' birth. Voila, like this.
What's this locket?
Athénaïs is always wearing this. It contains a portrait. She said it was her most cherished possession in all the world.
Okay. Der Arsch.
You monster! What did you do to her?
Aha, und so bin ich erwacht.
Good God. Lydia, what happened? You froze the moment you touched the locket. I thought I'd lost you.
I saw her. At a nice de Vaucanson. The Comte de Cagliostro has her.
Mon Dieu. It is just as I feared.
He bound her spirit to an automat.
Please,
Schon irgendwie so,
say
wie
no
kann
more.
das sein?
Athenais. It is her spirit that animates you.
Ah ja,
Is it
danke.
not?
Yes. I believe so.
Seigneur, quelle abomination. It is vital that you go and find Athenais as soon as possible.
She is right in front of you. I am Athenais.
Alas, I fear that is not entirely accurate. You know nothing of Athenais, Lydia. Nothing of her past, her joys, her suffering. Nothing of her love for her father. You are but the vessel that harbors the poor child's soul.
Where can I find Athenais' body?
God only knows. Although I assume that the Comte de Cagliostro is taking pains to keep her alive, this is certainly the only way to keep her spirit alive in you. The only way to free her is to find her body.
Why was Eugène de Vaucanson?
Once he discovered the king's true intentions, he refused to continue cooperating with him. He refused to use his talents to create this abominable army. But the king didn't take kindly to his resignation. Eugène did manage to get a letter to me just before he was arrested. Here, take it.
Lieber Bay, ich schreibe dir heimlich und in großer Eile. Möge Gott den mechanischen Boten schützen, den ich diesen Brief dir schicke. Sie haben mich gefangen genommen und sich nicht bemüht zu verbergen, was mir bevorsteht. Ich werde in die Bastille geschickt, wo sie mich zwingen wollen, meine letzten Geheimnisse preiszugeben. Das heißt, es wird alles in der Bastille enden. Das ganze Spiel, nehme ich mal an, oder? Da geht's doch die ganze Zeit drauf los.
Monsieur Bailly. Do you think there is any way to...
A most unusual thought.
I would like to briefly sever the bond between my spirit and this automat.
It is a very strange request, madame. For what purpose do you seek to free your soul from its shell?
According to the abbot, my spirit would then be able to visit purgatory.
Oh, that dreadful place. Why on earth would you want to go there?
I hope to find answers to some very important
Yeah.
questions.
You must understand, madame, that your very nature is a mystery to us. We are ignorant as to the principle that imbues you with life, nor do we know how your machinery works. That is why it is impossible for us to make even the slightest alteration. It would mean taking an unacceptable risk.
Antoine, the blueprints.
What blueprints?
Ah,
Eugène gave them to me when he wanted my opinion on the potential for reducing the size of the
musst du die
documents are
Blueprints
obsolete
jetzt
now.
finden.
Bon sang, you're right. Well,
Alas, the situation is
Im
not another
Observatorium, da waren wir schon mal. Gut, passt.
you acted wisely, mon ami. The automats are everywhere, and the marauders don't stand much of a chance.
I'll try to track them down.
Jawohl. So. Geben wir es halt eben da,
So how
oder?
is Monsieur Marat?
I haven't met him yet.
He is your only chance to reach the Bastille. He's holed up.
As for the lanterns, no.
Let's see. I know he's close to Monsieur Marat. He's currently in hiding in the quarries of Montmartre. But please do not breathe a word of this to the Marquis de Lafayette. It would certainly end in a bloodbath.
Were you present when the Estates General...
Oui, madame. I had a front row seat. I witnessed what it cost to defy the crown. We laid bare before the king the abject misery of his subjects, so he had the people's representatives dispersed by means of bayonets. At least we only had to contend with soldiers made of flesh and blood, positively angelic compared to the machines that have swept through Paris.
I have recovered Minister Necker's bonds.
Do you intend to entrust them to me?
Ja, geben wir es ihm.
Yes. I have chosen to place this fortune in your hands.
Very well, madame. I promise that I will use it for one purpose only. To give the people their freedom. When a monarch violates the people's most fundamental rights, insurrection is their most sacred and indispensable duty. But we must be wary of warmongers, who would lead the rebellion in the name of the people, because all they truly want is to become tyrants in turn.
Liebe geht vor Geld. Achievement
Goodbye,
gerade
Monsieur de
bekommen, sehr
Robespierre.
gut. Oh, kein Quest mehr hier. Cool. Perfekt. Sehr, sehr gut. Hier. Na dann, weiter. Das heißt, wir haben hier jetzt noch ein Sidequest, nämlich die Baupläne zu beschaffen. Und dann das Hauptquest hier oben. Das heißt, wir machen das Sidequest mit den Bauplänen. Damit wir unseren Körper trennen können und ins Fegefeuer. Da gibt es dann sicher einen Bosskampf. Einen Secret-Bosskampf oder keine Ahnung, was das dann sein wird, nehme ich an, oder? Oder ein optionaler Boss. Oder was auch immer. Oder waren wir schon? Aber gut. Wir sind da unten. Ah. Ein geheimer Eingang sozusagen. Aha.
Stealing yourself, Claude. Just be thankful you got out alive. I'm still in pretty bad shape. Don't you think it was worth it? This tunnel is a gold mine. With what we've managed to gather, we'll be set for a long time.
Kommt diese Stimme her? Hä? Das stimmt hier aber nicht. Oh, da oben.
The looters from the observatory. Poor souls. They didn't stand a chance. Odious blueprints. Fortunately, they are in perfect condition. Monsieur Bailly will be delighted.
Das ist super. Das gefällt mir. Nur habe ich das schon früher rausgefunden. Das ist ja noch besser. Das ist mir schon jetzt lieber, wenn jetzt quasi nur noch ein Quest aufscheint von den Nebenquests. Das ist, ich bin fertig, wenn die Reihe voll ist. Also wenn ich da 14 Quests gleichzeitig habe, werde ich wahnsinnig. Also innerlich unruhig. Ah.
Monsieur B. Here are the blueprints you asked for.
Good heavens. You found them.
Your thieves were not able to profit much from their theft. They met with an unfortunate end.
Oh, the poor souls. Their crimes did not deserve such a permanent ending.
Certainly, certainly. Let us look at these documents now, if you will.
No, Antoine, the F-wheel is not part of the cog that transfers the driving force to the escapement.
Diable, you're right. It's driven by the B-wheel, and its axis is on the shaft that's visible at this point.
Precisely. In fact, the shaft sits between the conical bearing and the small groove here. See?
True. It's decided then. All we would have to do is separate these two plates to disable the entire thing.
And to put them back in place at the agreed time to start the machine again.
You will not be able to assist me. I have to do it alone. Half a league away.
You must be joking.
By no means. You'll have to find another solution.
Unfortunately, madame, you're asking us to do the impossible.
Oh, ça, par exemple.
Once your spirit is untethered from this automat, it will be impossible for you to start the machine up again.
Warum?
Hold on, my dear Antoine. Is this device in figure 4? Is it still in place?
Yes, it is. What of it?
Bon sang.
Vielleicht geht mein
It's
Internet
a
gerade ein.
timer. It's primitive, true, but fully functional.
The dial has marks from 1 to 15. Probably minutes.
Danke für
It
die.
was to allow Eugène to plan the duration of Ludia's dances in advance.
Oh, I see. And by reversing the position of this peg in the center, we could instead turn it into a period of inactivity.
Nous y sommes, mon ami. Fantastic.
Will Aegis be able to...
We'll make it.
Ma foi, What do you say, mon père?
Don't be afraid, Aegis. Unless I've been wrong from the beginning. You're...
Well then.
Let's...
Voila. Everything is in place. When it's time, just pull on this metal loop to start the timer.
Remember, you will have 15 minutes and no more before your spirit returns to your body. We wish you good luck, madame.
Remember, to get to Rue de Montmorency, you're best going through the cemetery behind the... Here is the key to our
Gut, Friedhofsschlüssel. So, wie ist es jetzt? Jetzt geht's wieder. Keine Ahnung. Ich glaube, das ist irgendwie verbindlich mit dem Spiel, gleichzeitig mit dem OBS-Update. Ich weiß es nicht. Das ist wieder seltsam. Aber jetzt scheint es zu funktionieren, oder? Ja. Auf jeden Fall haben wir jetzt offensichtlich flüssig. Achso, die Audiospur war eh noch da. Okay, interessant. Diese Punkte mag ich übrigens auch nicht. Die machen mich auch ganz wahnsinnig. Muss man sofort alles... Wobei, also das zeigt mir nur, dass ich was machen kann. Dann sind wir mal gespannt, was er uns jetzt zeigt. Zurück zur Kutsche. jetzt haben wir hier die Zwischenwelt betreten. Das ist sicher so ein optionaler Bosskampf gleich dann. Nehme ich mal an. Betreten wir mal die Zwischenwelt. Okay. Haben wir da nicht schon mal? Und ich habe mir da auch gedacht, wie komme ich da durch? Das mit dem Menü-Archiv ist echt lästig. Es gibt Spiele, wo Durchscrollen nicht mal hilft und dann alles einzeln anklicken musst. Ja, das nervt mich auch voll. Ich meine, es ist zwar schön, dass sie mir damit zeigen, es gibt Dinge, die neu sind, aber mich macht es einfach fertig. Weil ich einfach diese Punkte wegkriegen will. Das ist so wie am Handy, die Nachrichten. Ich muss die sofort an, ich muss diesen Punkt wegkriegen. Manche Leute haben ja da stehen, keine Ahnung, Updates in Rot, 99 Apps müssen abgedatet werden oder so, dazu das könnte ich nicht durchhalten. Das macht mich fertig. Jetzt hakt's wieder, oder? Kann das sein? Jetzt sehe ich da unten einen Frameverlust, den Frameverlust steigen. Das ist ärgerlich. Eine wunderbare Tiershow sozusagen. Muss aber mit dem Nvidia-Update oder so zu tun haben. Ich kann es mir sonst ich kann es mir einfach nicht erklären. Irgendwas stimmt hier einfach nicht. Oder es ist mein Internet im Arsch. Aber da zeigt er nichts an. Na, ich glaube, das war vor allem halt auch Streamzeit. Vielleicht liegt es am Spiel auch. Ich gehe halt hier wieder auf Ultraleistung. Dann schauen wir hier. Laubanimation deaktivieren. Gehen wir hier halt auf, weiß ich nicht. Deaktiviere ich halt das. Schauen wir mal, ob das was bringt. Es scheint zu gehen, oder? Dann gehen wir mal in die Zwischenwelt. Ein Tori. Ich habe jetzt die Einstellungen im Spiel wieder runtergestellt. Ich glaube, dass das wie Nvidia-Update irgendwas mit dem OBS-Update in Argen liegt. Und das Spiel, die Verschmelzung dieser 3 Teile stimmen irgendwie nicht. Mir kommt so vor, als würde er nicht fürs Rendern diesen Nvidia-Chip, den extra verwenden, sondern als würde er die Grafikkarte komplett absaugen. Quasi alles. Also ohne, dass er diesen Render-Chip verwendet. Irgendwas hat's da. Ich muss mit einem anderen Spieler mal ausprobieren. Oh, schau, sag ja, da gibt es sicher einen Bosskampf, oder nicht? Ah, nein.
Zoos! Praise be to the Holy Mother of our Lord, at last thou speakest! Gentle dame, you have erred here for so long, not a word uttered. In singular contemplation of such a terrible slaughter.
A long time, you say? That's not possible, sir. I've just now appeared to you.
Nay, thou must trust me. And thou wast hardly alone in this limbo. There were many travelers, stiff and silent, all in agony. All bound to the anchor stone.
What travelers do you speak of?
The first to arrive was a sobbing child, searching for his mother. After him, many a damned soul carrying their own heads in hand. Then, those whose thoughts passed through me. A minister of God tormented by doubt.
Hold on. A minister of God? Monseigneur de la Fare?
A scholar with soul star-filled, and a learned master of alchemy.
Monsieur Bailly and Monsieur Lavoisier.
A usurer who shed so
Ein
many
Wucherer.
tears for his lady.
Monsieur Necker, mourning his wife.
All bound to the anchor stone. Wretched souls, their ascension to the heavens repelled.
Okay.
The anchor stone, monsieur.
Lapis philosophorum.
The philosopher's stone.
Aye! Vile knave who took it for his own lately. No count is he but that of trespass and perfidy.
Cagliostro.
Well met. The rope for this varlet and I shall be avenged. The anchor stone keeps the travelers in this limbo and makes them masters of the Iron Titans. From the defunct springs the fire that burns inside these demons. Lanterns of the dead. Witchcraft of the blackest sort.
Okay.
The terrible slaughter. You say I was just observing the massacres?
Aye. Vile, innumerable crimes. The devil's own accursed titans and their restless horde. They drinketh from the lake where the souls of the dead sleep. Men and women offered in sacrifice to feed the pyre. Then the terrible maw was opened, and in flowed legion of the dead. Ne'er hast I seen such and so many here during all my stay. The stone is verily mine dark confine. Lonely, so lonely, that mine vessel is no more, and my soul still cloistered in this place. Alack, I do despair of ever ascending to heaven. Gentle dame, I prithee do shatter my stone.
You want me to break the stone that contains your soul? Is that what you're asking me to
Ja,
do?
damit er frei ist, oder?
Aye, my God, I beg thee.
Do you know where this stone is? You've been buried for more than 3 centuries, monsieur.
The precious jewel, sublime treasure, was inscribed in my legacy, my testament. On my tomb engraved, gentle dame, on the tomb!
The tomb.
What a strange encounter. I must tell Abbe Grégoire about it immediately.
Der Grimoire. Da ist noch was. Eine handschriftliche Notiz. Und da ist noch was. Ein uraltes Pergament. So, wieder zurückreisen. Ich hoffe, dass dieses Reisen sich bald endet. Aber jetzt scheint es wieder flüssig zu laufen, gell? Naja. Muss was mit dem Spiel auch zu tun haben. Traurig. So, zum Priester, ne?
Can I help you, Aegis?
The plan worked as we had hoped. My spirit left my body and I traveled to the in-between.
This is extraordinary. It confirms all my theories.
You were right about the rest, too. Nicholas Flamel's soul had never left the in-between.
Mon Dieu, 4 centuries. What a fearsome fate. Were you able to speak with this unfortunate soul?
Yes, mon père. He claimed that I had been in purgatory for a long time, but had never spoken until then.
Please, go on.
He said he had met other visitors. Based on his descriptions, he was speaking of Monseigneur de la Fare, Minister Necker, Monsieur Bailly and Monsieur Lavoisier. They all seemed unaware of his presence. All bound to the anchor stone. Those were his words.
All those whom Cagliostro turned into his homicidal playthings. Yes, it is just as I thought. The subject has the impression of being the automat it is bound to, but his soul remains in the in-between world.
Mon père, Monsieur Flamel begged me to free him from purgatory. He has suffered for too long.
How can we help him?
If he is to be believed, we would simply have to break his stone.
Of course, the Philosopher's Stone. The anchor stone that keeps him in the in-between. But where could it be after all this time?
Look at this, mon père. These are Philosopher's Stones.
Heavens, they do. It was entrusted to me by the parish priests. Here's the key. Go. Let us not...
Cool, passt.
Goodbye, mon
Und
père.
schon haben wir das gefunden. Sehr gut. Da drinnen? Soll er sein? Dann schauen wir mal.
Here it is.
4 centuries, Aegis. 4 centuries. No mind can begin to comprehend what this poor man has suffered.
Is this the fate that awaits us? An eternity of silence and solitude?
Purgatory is just a stop on the journey, Monseigneur.
Oh, I would give anything to believe it again.
Monsieur Flamel, the time has come to set you free.
Seigneur, Dieu nous garde.
Oh, blessed maid who has broken my chains! Heavenly light!
LOL.
Oh, heavenly light! I shall become one with it!
et cum haec dixis et videntibus illis elevatus est.
And when he had spoken these things, while they beheld, he was taken up.
Hallelujah! Purgatory is
Hallelujah.
not the end. Do you know what that means, Abbot?
Before I say anything, I would like to take the time to consider the phenomenon we have just witnessed with a clear head.
You are mistaken. What we have just seen and heard makes us new apostles.
Oh, je.
From this day on, I will live only to share the good news of this divine manifestation.
Oh, oh.
That is all well and good, Monseigneur. Alas, I will not be able to join your apostolate, for there is no mission more vital than the one we are undertaking. At the moment when the tyrant aims to annihilate his subjects, I have a duty to put deeds before prayer.
Ja, da hat er recht. Der alte Alchemist. Wieder ein
Monsignor.
wunderbares
Goodbye,
Allez, on...
Achievement. Haben wir alles hier. Ja, passt. Ja, dann nichts wie raus. Super ist das. Wieder was erledigt. Ein göttliches Zeichen. Lol, lol, lol. Der ist gleich dem Ganzen verfallen. Der wird ein Apostel. Mhm. Verrückt. Was ist das? Verbesserungen. Jetzt kann ich was machen. Schaut euch das an. Haben wir nichts mehr da. Alles gemacht. Alles gemacht. Würde ich jetzt behaupten. Da ist nichts mehr zu tun, oder? Ja, das heißt, auf geht's ins neue Gebiet. Montmartre. Das ist ein Steinbruch, ne? Oder Steinbruch. Da gibt's Steinbruch, okay. Nur getan, nicht ein gewöhnlicher Steinbruch, es ist ein Gipssteinbruch. Aha.
This mobile walkway leads to the depths of the quarry. I will explore the area and try to find a way to make it work.
Das war ja perfekt gerade, bitte. Also hätten wir es gerauchen, wenn wir hin müssen, oder? Und hier haben wir sogar eine Statue. Aha, so nicht. So geht's hier also nicht weiter. Blockiert. Aha. Komme ich hier raus? Wieso nicht mehr? Ja, auch nicht. Das kann doch nicht sein, oder? Ist sicher. Ups. Das war es jetzt wohl nicht. Aber so geht's rein.
Here we go. That should work.
Ah, schon. Einen anderen Knopf drücken, okay. Weiß ich mehr Y. Jetzt kommt er direkt hinter die Tore da. Jetzt kann ich auch hier
Monsieur
öffnen.
Marat is hiding somewhere in the depths of this quarry. I will have to use this mobile walkway.
Das Mobile Walkway. Okay. Blätterteig. Lol. Herrlich. So. Mobile Plattformen, hat sie gesagt. Na gut, schauen wir uns einmal um. Eigentlich was drin kämpfen. Der Grand whatever. Aha. Aha, da geht's nicht drauf. Gut. Ist falsch. Oh, lol. Da ging es sogar rein. Das ist ja witzig. Langlebigkeitsmodul. Kann ich eigentlich einen dritten reingeben irgendwo? Oh oh. Ist gerade das Spiel abgelöst? Ich kann nämlich nicht... Ah, oh ja, jetzt kann ich. Ich konnte nämlich nicht... nichts mehr tun. Noch einmal da rein. So, Langlebigkeitsmodul rein. Und was ist das? Lebensmodul war das, oder? Lebenswille-Modul, genau so, passt. Da geht's rein. Okay. Der verwinkelt hier unten. Ich bin froh, dass das geht mit dem Stream. Hat wahrscheinlich wirklich was zu tun gehabt mit der Auslastung von dem Spiel. Der Org. Der Weg ist blockiert. Da ist ein Kabel. Nein, der Kabel hat damit nichts zu tun, das ist das Kabel. Hier wohl herunter zu dieser Seilwinde. Ja? So. Erst brennt's mir nicht an. Gut, aber das ist hier alles sehr verwinkelt. Das macht mir fast fertig. Das heißt, ich muss hier irgendwie rauf, oder was? Oh oh. Oh oh. Wir sind gestorben.